Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, once again to The Consuming Shadow. It's been a while, but I've darkened lights, I've put up some tea, now it's just me, you, and the Ancient Ones. So, you'll notice down in the corner there, we are on beta 1.0.2. There have been changes. Some of the things I have mentioned that have bugged me in the past have been rectified. So, and the controls have been adjusted slightly. We'll talk through them once I come to them. But hopefully this proves to be the undoing of the Ancient Ones, now that I can actually control my character. Anyway. Last night I dreamt I was killed by something horrible. 2 details stand out. Stonehenge in 3 days. Honestly, I would have thought the horrible, like, being killed would be what stood out, but whatever. And I've learned not to dismiss my dreams when they get this vivid. Yada 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 yada. Let's go! Haha! Okay, what do I want today? I still think health is the way to go. I never have so much ammo that I feel more ammo is necessary. The medkit capacity. Health and medkit capacity. I find myself wondering which gives the most health long term. So I'm thinking health, because I think that's probably going to be the bigger boon to me, really. Done. So now 2 hours to go. Just past midnight is not the best time to leave your house, I'm just saying. So, where do we want to go first? I'd quite like to go to Sawmouth. No, I'd like to go to Bilzal. Then I can hit one of these friendly towns, get a job, or indeed hit Dinley if Dinley's evil and tickles my fancy. To Bilzal it is. So, the driving distance is now mentioned in miles rather than minutes. Was it? Minutes? Forget already, it has been some time. Oh. That's quick and uneventful. Let's go. Let's see what Bilzal has for me. The taint upon this town brings to mind the work of a medieval plague. The people are wandering the streets bent almost double. I believe we've gone over this one before. The general gist is, bad things are happening and I'm going to get to the bottom of it, damn it. Not strong enough for a full rift, I certainly hope not, but perhaps an artifact. Let's see what we got found. Another dark, forbidding forest at the borders of town. Again, people just chucking eldritch artifacts out of the window. Okay, let's do this. So, first things first, I can now control the mouse without having to push these buttons at the bottom with the mouse. While I kind of liked that, the fact that your character was hard to control, it made the game harder. It was kind of an artificial difficulty. Because you had to be very cautious about your movements, but at the same time, it was an artificial difficulty curve rather than actually being any more difficult. This means I'll be able to walk a bit more, be prepared to shoot while not frantically trying to control my mouse. I'm explaining this terribly, but you get what I mean. I'll be able to aim and shoot, aim and walk at the same time, which is a good thing. Another bonus, I can now melee using the right mouse button at any range. I won't have to click the left mouse button and waste all my ammo at the slightest moment if I at the slightest mouse distance change thing, whatever. Once again, you get what I mean. That was so frustrating in the past. Hopefully now I can use my ammo wisely rather than just wasting all by misclicks. Go. I can also run, so that's cool. Right, so nothing in here. Anyway, yeah, enough me yammering about the rules. Super. So, I've played this once. I played it briefly to try out the beta patch, like, control changes. Aside from that, I haven't played since I last played it on here, so I have learned nothing. So, let's learn together. 200 piercing bullets. Nice. Wait, what? A keepsake, did that say? Hmm. Cool. I'm just going to keep going this way. Whoa. Okay. Awesome. I like to waste a couple bullets, if you know what I mean, so that if I find more bullets, they're not wasted. It's a bit bizarre. See, one of those bullets is now wasted because I hadn't used 3 bullets. Now, by picked up the bullet and went, well, you know, I've got these slots on my belt for the armor piercing and the hollow points. So I don't want to use them. You know, I can't have the regular 9mm bullets in the wrong place. That's just absurd. And has chucked into the bushes. Presumably for some other occult investigator, much like myself. Or maybe he puts it back for occult investigators with a little note saying, from... What did I name this guy? Did I call him Trevor? From Trevor. Yes, Trevor. The other guy was Terrence. This one's Trevor. Anyway, Agin has been inscribed as a curse, so these people don't like Agin, I guess. Anyway, I didn't really get much over here apart from a little bit of shooting, which I guess, you know, one less horror in the world. What was it that said that? That was Half-Life, wasn't it? Once again, wasted rounds. But hey, I'm not bitter. It's not like in previous playthroughs I found it incredibly difficult to find any kind of usable ammo whatsoever. Grumble. So much less panic. I think I'll miss it when it's gone. The carving dates back to at least 6000 BC and depicts Bayarla paying blessings and tribute to a figure labeled the God of Pain. Huh. Its value as an antique is unfortunately meager. So, the God of Pain, if this falls in line with the other Chizo mythos stuff, then Chizo is the God of Pain. Maybe. But we don't know that. I'm pretty sure the details of these gods is random every time. So, we'll see how it goes. All in all, this has been a rather successful venture. Nothing horrible has happened so far. Whoa. Like a pro. Ooh. So you got anything on him? Nope. So I'm going to take a risk and check out this last room. Hopefully there'll be other clues here. Ooh. Other gods here. The god identified by the Biti rune is not the god intending to invade. I know you're reading this, scholar. Your actions will have far further-reaching consequences than you could possibly imagine. Cool. Oh, so that first one wasn't the clue? Well, that's cool. Which one's the Biti rune? Right, okay. Uh-oh. Oh, yep, that's the fat man. How do I get over here again? Oh no! Oh no! Whoa, Jericho! Oh god! Whew, that was, tricky. Thank god that wasn't the tall man. James. Yeah, return to the car, thanks. Wow, I actually got out of that a lot better than it could have gone, to be fair. So that was the fat man. I believe that's our first close encounter with him. There was an amusing bug previously that you could kind of corner him in a corner and pistol whip him forever. It was interesting. Eventually he got to the point where he'd just die. I don't know if he'd actually kill him or not. He might be able to, but who knows. town is lost to the shadow, and nothing I could have done can change that. But perhaps, with what I've recovered here, this will finally be the last. Quick, to the car! So, no banishment runes. I did, however, get a couple clues, regarding the identity of the gods, which is awesome. Well, I'm not ready for the drugs yet. Right, set destination. Where do we want to go now? Where everywhere is friendly. That's both good and bad. Let's go to Stonesworth. That's a nice central town. I'm going to get a job there. Hopefully something nice and easy, but essentially I just want to go there, get a job, move on. Quick as that. Because I don't really have the money to do a lot of spending. Oh dear. Oh, hey, cool. Hi, I don't know you. A dream told me I should help you. I'm glad your dreams are specific enough to have my mobile phone number. I've sent you £7. I hope that's enough. No, friend, no it's not. Please send me more than 2 drinks worth of bar tab. Okay, I appreciate it. Why am I on this side? Can I look back, please? Thank you. Stoneworth. Town is calm and peaceful, oblivious of the shadow. Yet, Trevor is pained and heavy. His heart is, anyway. Right. Is it worth finding supplies? It's always worth finding supplies, especially since I'm not that hurt. Okay. Skateboarder pads. That's cool. This. Ooh. Oh man, dude, couldn't you have sent me like £6 more? 7 more pounds. Oh, I can't math. Let's just go for that now. Cool, I'm just gonna buy some ammo. Pop, 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 pop. And return to the car. Oops. Oh, there we go. It lagged out for a second there. No idea what happened there. Use what little supplies I have. That was actually a significant amount. Gonna enter back into the town because I didn't mean to leave, and I'm gonna look for work. Go ahead to Dinley. It's been a series of disappearances. I wonder what that could be. Take the job. Always take the job. I've learned this. I've left town so many times without taking the job. Right, so where the hell's Dinley? Dinley is right up there, which is super. To Dinley! My car's not very fast. I still don't want to risk angering the police. I think I could go really badly if I try and speed up and get away, but Dinley's in danger. I don't really have time for this, and I know I'm going to have to be fighting a monster, so I'm going to take the risk and I'm going to speed up. I'm going to get the hell out. Just floor it, man. I slammed down the accelerator. The police seem to have been caught by surprise. And luckily, I quickly find a small cluster of uneven forest in which I'm able to lose my pursuer. They will, however, have had more than enough time to take down my car's number plate. I should be wary of law officers in the future. Oh, that's super. Ooh, Castleforth. A man from the government. Interesting. Well, I suppose Castleforth's our next destination. Right after we save Dinley. I'm brought to the problematic area and told the payment will be made once the problem is dealt with. I don't think the locals fully understand what kind of presence is in their town, but they showed much relief and gratitude as I made my way inside. Find and examine the creature. Okay, cool. How much ammo do I have? A fair bit. So I'm going to want to save my ammo as much as possible in the hopes that I can just shoot the creature rather than having to pistol whip it. Because that would be bad. And painful. Bad and painful. So bad. I also don't really want to linger more than is necessary. Ooh, £3. How nice. Oh, hello. Another curse. So if you find out who rules this place, if you know what I mean, that might be a big clue as to the relationship of these gods. Whoa! Hello! We meet again, Mound of Flesh. Huh. Well, once more into the breach, my friends. Huzzah! I beat you with my gun! Your mortal woes mean naught to me! Booyah! So that was somewhat anticlimactic. Ooh. I heard the words bitty, shm, and kz being chanted inside the tent, and that night the warrior who had been near death was hunting boar with his fellows. But something had changed in his eyes. He had seen something on the other side, and his mind recalled to even think of it. Okay, bear with me one sec, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to frantically find a pen, because I believe we just discovered a spell. Pen and a piece of paper. Biti, Shm, and Kiz is clearly a spell. Actually, I probably shouldn't write that. That'll probably end up in my notebook. Sweet. Learn spell, dungeon complete. Yeah, there it is, right there. Restoration. Cool, that's the first spell I've ever learned. I'm assuming that gives you health back at the cost of sanity. So, let's use it wisely. Unless we get assaulted by monsters, I'd quite like to keep having a look around here in the hopes of finding more supplies. Oh. So they don't like B2 and they like you. Nothing in here. I may flee the first time I meet a monster. I don't really want to do any tangling with nasties right now. 3 rounds though. 3 rounds, exactly what we're looking for. Nothing in here. Yeah, this dungeon's actually being almost disappointing. Right, what does this button do? Does that just flee instantly? Oh, okay. Cancel. That's just, I assume, a quick way of exiting the map if you can't get to the actual exit. But I can get to the exit. Boom. The people waiting for me outside seem determined not to ask questions. Upon my insurance, the problem is now resolved. They pay without quibble. I wonder if this will be the last time I visit this town. I don't know. It's a nice enough town. So let's go back into town. And oh, actually no, let's return to my car. Hopefully that doesn't take time. And use the last of my supplies. There we go. Head back into town. Find a hospital. Refill medkit. Back to town. Find supplies. Oh my god. Really? Really? 27? Welp. Right, I'm just going to buy some armor piercers because I don't really want to spend all my money on like a couple hollow points. Maybe a couple hollow points. Because as I mentioned before, I like to have some room spare in case I manage to find any bullets. Now I think about it, I probably wanted to save some of that money. Well, it's too late now. Whoop. Awesome. Thanks for the info. hurts. Oh, that's interesting. I never knew that. So the armor-piercing bullets actually go through targets. That's pretty cool. Burchester. Within, pardon me, 10 hours. I'll take the job. Return to car and set destination. Where's Burchester? Right, I'm going to hit Kidgate first and head up to Burchester because it's about time I took on some real missions. Real adventuring. Like this is in any way an adventure for anyone involved. Driving the car. Notice how the sun never comes up. I wonder if that's actually a thing. Like the shadow is a physical thing that the sun is just obscured. Facepalm. The sight of a blue and red flashing lights in my rearview mirror startled me out of a light daze. A police car is signaling for me to pull over. Well, I fled once, so they might actually want to arrest me. I don't really want to try my chances again, because it could go really badly. Let's pull over. See what the nice man wants. The police car pulled in behind me, and a single officer got out. I watched in my rearview mirror as he sauntered up to the side window, then stared insolently into the middle distance as he leant down and requested to see my license. After determining my identity, he shouted something indistinct but somewhat affirmative to his colleague in the car, and then the handcuffs came out. It seems my previous indiscretions have caught up with me. Oh man, I lost 6 of my precious remaining hours in interrogation before being released on my own recognizance? I cannot allow this to happen again. Yes! Oh, I like my family. That's so nice. What, really? Really? Well, clearly, Burchester is just going to fall. There's no way around that situation whatsoever. So I'm going to head to Gore Hill, and... Really? You took me from Kidgate to Gore Hill? Have you got any idea how far that is? I'm just not going to question this. I'm just going to go Gore Hill and save the bloody day. Please. Can't the Ministry of... Can't they tell them what I'm doing here? I mean, it's not as if I'm out for like a Sunday drive here. I'm kind of trying to save the world. At least give me some kind of like diplomatic immunity or something. Once again, one man with a tin of biscuits. Another deserted town. Cutlery thrown carelessly aside. All is silent. The card sort of cues towards the fate of the people. Scraps of clothing, spots of blood, claw marks. It's another hunt, guys. It's another hunt. Oh no, it's not a hunt. You discover the remains. It's almost as bad. That means a lot of walking around. I don't really like doing a lot of walking around in these missions. Right, set up some hollow points. Armor piercers, rather. For reasons I mentioned before, I like to waste my ammo a little bit, so I have only 4 rounds-ish. That means if I find any more... Whoa! I don't like you! I don't like those. I don't like those at all. Ooh, £5. Yeah! Oh, man. I'm hearing a noise. I don't know if that's like a sound glitch. That might be a sound glitch. Maybe something in my speakers, my headset. I don't know. Oh, cool. I found all the keys to the doors. That's super useful because getting about's useful. Especially on this kind of mission where you want to get around as quickly as possible. Well, that's one. Nothing up here. Get out of here. Oh. Don't really want to fight anyone else. Well, I've started now, so I'm going to finish. Wasting ammo, wasting ammo. Well, I shouldn't think like that. Ammo's there to be used, right? Don't hoard in computer games. This is advice. Oh. Oh, that's close. Lost a bit, lost a bit of... Oh, God, you guys are everywhere! Son it! Leaving. Don't care. Anxiety. Oh, I see. Sometimes you get anxiety if you leave the room without killing everything. Yeah, I don't like finding guys. There's another body. I think there's just 3 townsfolk. I'm gonna switch to my normal clip. Oh. Oh, that's a bad sign. No idea why my computer's lagging so much. It's maybe something worth looking into. After I'm done here. Ho ho. Cult of Gnix? I've never heard Gnix before. A filthy oulette. Okay. Gnix is the enemy identified by the Bitty rune. But the Bitty rune... So I'm assuming Gnix is then the ally of the god... Doesn't tell me anything! Oops. Well, I don't really want to... Was that everyone? Was that everything I have to do here? Oh. My aim was terrible there. More stuff. More stuff. Tranquilizers. Okay, cool. Don't really know what that is to me, but oh god. Oh my god, really? I don't really know what happened there. I think something's gone glitchy, unfortunately. But I will persevere. Gotta save the damn world. Excellent. So I'm just going to check this last room, and then I'm going to get the hell out of here. That was interesting. So, despite the fact I didn't find all the... Nope, nope, leaving. I've wasted enough health and sanity here. I don't actually know if it is worth it. I probably should have taken the hit from the thing. Oh well, from the fly. Of course, it was important. As I emerged, I found a small package lying at the entrance, with an accompanying note simply saying, "Thank you." I looked around, but if anyone was watching, they had no intention of introducing themselves. Cool. Important part of the banishment mantra is to incant the rune of the creature you intend to banish. Third syllable of the mantra. That's not a good clue because... Oh, no, I think the god's name changes. God's rune changes in every playthrough, which is also a thing. As I don't know which god I want to banish, so, well... So, set destination. How much cash do I have? Not very much. Do I want to... investigate another town before heading back to another town? I think I do. I think that's the way forward. I'm going to use some health. Health supplies. And then I'm going to set destination to Hersholm. This may not be the wisest course of action. Oh, Ministerial Cultism. Cool. Hit me, Terrence. Yes, I know. I know because the damn police arrested me. Let's save the world. The Ancient One's coming. I'm not a crazy maniac with a gun who keeps walking to random buildings and shooting everything which moves. It's fine. Everything's fine. Oh, no, I don't want to set destination. I want to say enter the town. Hit me. I'm ready for you, Kersol. The town's in pandemonium in the most literal sense of the word. There are monsters openly attacking people in the street. There's so much screaming. The roads are loaded with cars desperate to escape. The shadow is being uncharacteristically brazen. But it should make things all the easier to identify the source of the influence here. Oh my god. Yeah, this should be interesting. The town is surrounded on three sides by a thick forest, clamping in like a massive lobster's claw. An interesting analogy. Which creatures have been emerging? From which? It also seems that the forest only grew to this size within the last few weeks. Like all manifestations of shadow, this infestation has a local source. If I can fight it, then I can kill it. Awesome. Local leader of the minions. I don't really know what this means for me, and I've only got 2 bullets, one of each type. I'm sure this will go fine. Swimmingly, in fact. I'm sure nothing will go wrong. I'm doomed. Whoa! Whoa, hello. I hate these guys so much. Gotcha! I, of course, wasted one of my only bullets. Which is also quite fine. Ooh, unfired hollow point bullets. Hastily concealed here. Oh no, what he was up to. Cool, I'm gonna save those 2 bullets for the Minion Master. That's a reference. That's Super 2. Absolutely fantastic. I really just want to find this thing and get the hell out. I have a bad feeling about this. So we also, part of the patch is telling us the actual chance of lockpicking, which is 15%. So, as I mentioned before, really not much in the way of a chance of actually lockpicking these things. Anything in here? God damn it, where's the bins to rake through? We need some. So this forest only grew in the last few weeks. The statues, however, frankly, it's really important for the townsfolk to get involved in the local parks. And that's what they did, you know? Doesn't matter if it's a park. Ooh, even more rounds, that's really handy. Just switch them now. And another locked door, which is, frankly, really quite bad. I'm going to find a key soon, because I don't really want to hang out here longer than I already have done. Janitor's keys. Sweet! I'm just going to head up the locked rooms, because chances are one of those locked rooms contains the Gribblies that we have to kill. Let's discover. Nope. Oh well. More ammo though. Again, very nice. I'm just going to switch that and just unload this. Oh, I don't really know why I did that. I suddenly got very afraid of that man and didn't really need to. Clearly it's the insanity singing. Problem solved. Hopefully. Wah! Hey. Oh. Okay, that's not super. Yes, I too believe my business in this place is concluded. I'm going to flee now. If we meet any nasties, I might use the quick escape button. I'm really quite nervous. I'm doing quite well today. And now I've jinxed it. Ah. Yeah, I'm not going to bother exploring anymore. I think if I push my luck, I'm going to have problems. I'm actually surprised. I fully expected to meet one of the nasty boss monsters. With their leader dead, only its minions throughout the town remain. Fortunately, the remaining townsfolk seem to have the matter in hand. Can leave them to rebuilding their lives. Good for them. I'm glad to see some people taking proactive action. Now I'm going to use my health pack. There's not much. And I'm going to hit up Hobble Roll. Because if I don't, I'm probably going to die. I'm probably going to die anyway, actually, because it's very far away, and the longer I'm out here, the more health I lose. Actually, thump! I said in my diary. I only dozed off for a moment. Something hit my bumper and rattled across the roof and landed in a heap behind my car. I gripped the steering wheel, momentarily paralyzed with horror at what I could have just done. Find out what I hit. To my relief, the person I hit, for it seems to be human, is already standing by the time I get to him. But for a few bruises, he seems unharmed. Relatedly, he seems to be paralytically drunk. His hand has remained clamped around a whiskey bottle throughout the entire ordeal. He seems easygoing about the accident, and in truth, barely seems to be aware of it. He doesn't look like he's been this way for long. I suspect this may have been how he chose to face the shadow. A pitiful man. But once I was back on the road, I began to envy him. Right, and let's try to shoot myself. Because I see these things flickering rather alarmingly. And shoot myself? Nope. Well, that's super. I didn't kill anyone. Unfortunately, he, however, didn't hand me his wallet. I think we could have taken advantage of that situation. Because this is, I'm saving the world, he's getting steaming. Right, enter town, go straight to the bloody hospital. Please treat my bleeding. For the love of God, please treat my bleeding. A proper hospital would be unthinkable. No, it wouldn't. Go to the proper hospital. For the love of God. And I'm basically going to spend the last of my money. May not have actually been worth it. Oh my God. Oh dear. 2 bullets. 2 armor-piercing bullets is all I'm going to have. Well, that's interesting. Just as random events while driving. Oh. Do I have a choice not to answer the phone? That's something to keep in mind. I hadn't really considered that I'd have a choice. I didn't really think that through, did I? No, I didn't have a choice in the matter. Because I didn't have enough money. Oldport. It's quite far away. And I expect a payment of £15 on delivery. I'm going to take the job and hope for the best. I really need money. I really need medical supplies. I don't need medical supplies that badly because I had just recalled I have that magic spell, which is pretty cool. Right, I'm going to swing by Kidgate, hit up Oldport, and hope for the best. Hopefully nothing too vicious is in Kidgate. If it is, I may have some real problems. Oh my God, again! I just hit someone again. I really shouldn't be let out of the house on my own. Let's find out what I hit. The entity I struck was there. There was only a strange smear on the ground. I explored a nearby field for an hour in case I had crawled into there, but found nothing. For an hour? Dude, you're in a hurry. When I returned, there was no stain and my car was undamaged. I'm not even sure this is the same road. I'm going crazy. So crazy. Oh, for love of... I kind of... It'd be really nice if we had some kind of... Like, it's all fine and well being aware of how long it takes, like how far away something is, but what I really need to know is how long it takes to get somewhere. Some kind of journey planner in this game would be fantastic. I cannot believe that just happened. So, somehow, I managed to magic myself to another road by walking around a field for a while. Can I get to Old Port in 6 hours? Is it worth going to Old Port in 6 hours? I need the money. I need the supplies. I gotta get to Old Port. Drive. Oh my god. Yeah, so... Oh, ignore, I see. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, no, that's cool. Thanks, man. Thanks. No point even hanging around. I might be able to just make it if, like, I completely don't waste any time. So when you're driving, I keep seeing things. I don't know if you keep seeing things. I keep seeing things. So, that's super. 2 hours. Do I just keep going? Do I ignore the plight of Kidgate? No, I can't. Going out of town. Gotta try and solve their problems. Blah blah blah, under the shadow. Quick, investigate! Protective wards, believe the home of an artist. Investigate further. Find, recover, and occult text. And hurry! Please that be it. Open the box. Oh, Cthoth. That's not really useful to me. I have no information. I have no information on which one might be the symbol of Cthoth. It's really annoying because I really don't want to spend much time wandering around here. There's something in there, I gotta check it out. Nope, there's nothing in here, nothing worthwhile.